Hey guys, it's Alexis. Happy Monday. Thanks for being here. I'm back with a brand new video like I do weekly for you guys. And today, like always, I'm talking about relationships. But let's make this a conversation. Let's talk about how to once and for all manifest your ideal relationship, how to manifest and create your person to be the version that you're wanting them to be. How do we do this whole thing? Get a cup of tea. I've got my coffee. I'm fully equipped today with my liquids. I've also got my water. Okay. And let's get started. All right. If you have seen my videos, I've got these cute new glasses that I'm getting used to wearing. So this is the thing, you guys. I want you to focus today and this week on the power of your decision. Okay. The thing is that your person and you and your relationship, they're showing up how they are because of two things: your decision in the now of your focusing and your perception of what's going on, and all the decisions that you've made that lead you to make that same decision and that same conclusion. Okay. I also want to say that at the base of the decision that you make about the person is who you have decided you are. And that is, like I say in every video, in somehow, some way, the most important factor to work on and decide differently about. Okay. The fact is this, you guys, people change all of the time. There was an old saying of like, oh, people never change. Okay, that's not true. If you look at the people in your life, like even if I look at the people in my life, people change. People get new habits. People do new things. Now you could say, Alexis, it's your reality, so you created for them to do that. Yeah, but also like as a whole society, socially, people change. Okay. So if you're someone that's walking around thinking, or you're hearing from your girlfriends or guy friends, people just don't change. Okay. That also reminds me, you guys, that a subscriber wrote in a question on a video. How do you think and affirm as the masculine aspect? If you're wanting to, you have the concept of confidence. How do you affirm to go out and get it? Because that's a small percentage of the clients I work with. That is not a full-blown video, but I am going to answer that question because I love it. Thank you for asking. And that will be at the end. All right. I just had a reminder in my head, but let's go to who are you deciding you are? Who are you deciding people are? Who are you deciding your SP is? Most likely, if you're watching this video, you have decided that they are, let's take some classic examples: non-communicative, distant, cold, avoidant, right? Maybe you've decided that you're avoidant and they're anxious. Maybe you've decided that you have anxious attachment style and they have avoidant attachment style. So therefore, this is how it is. Maybe you've decided, okay? Maybe you have decided through your research and your due diligence and just trying to figure life out. Maybe you have decided that they are your twin flame. Now, what does that mean? In the twin flame paradigm, if you really dissect it, there's usually a runner and there's a chaser. Okay. I don't even know if that was in the origin of the twin flame-ish thing, but that is something we also don't want to decide is happening. The thing is this, is most people don't even know how to decide who they are and who the person is from the ideal scenario. What most people are doing is, I don't want this, so I want this. Okay. And that's also a faulty mechanism because we want you to decide of the ideal, the dream relationship, be in it now, create it now in the now. But it mainly comes from the deciding factor about you and about them. Now, if you can grasp that one thing, it's your key to manifesting and creating anything in your reality with your thoughts, because your thoughts create. And you need to be thinking the appropriate thoughts about you and the appropriate thoughts about them and the appropriate thoughts of the two of you in order for it to be and create and manifest into that ideal dream scenario that you've been wanting, needing, thinking, yada, yada, yada. Now, this is what most people are doing, you guys. Most people have done some manifesting. They've done some affirmation lists. They've done some things, right? And I can tell in the first 10 minutes of talking to them, like, oh, okay, there's so much of their decision in the moment is based upon who the person's been, what they did, what they've done for the past 5 years, 10 years, even 15 years. You guys, I've heard it all. Okay. And that's still what the focus is and the affirmation is in the moment. Okay. So that will only get you more of the same. The more that you're focused on all the things that bother you, irritate you, your irritations about the gender or about the kind of person that you've chosen, who your SP is, okay? The more that you're all up in arms and allow the mind to think all these thoughts about, oh, they're all this or he's all, none of that is also helpful. That's also your mind deciding to create more and manifest and bring into your awareness more of the same. Let's take an example of, let me think of one. Gosh, there's so many, but I'm trying to think of one that a generalization about a man. Okay. Now let's pick one that is all men. Okay. I'm going to say this and cancel and delete it for the video and for everybody watching. All men are cheaters. Okay. Let's say that you're thinking all men are cheaters. Now, let's say that there have been lots of men in your reality who have done, had, things like that happening. Let's say betrayal in the relationship and cheating was something you saw as a child in one or both parents or something. Let's say you're from a family where that's kind of a syndrome or something that you've seen a lot of. Okay. Right there, your mind has a lot of evidence and a lot of thoughts that are going to guide you back to thinking the same thought and conclusion and decision. All men are cheaters. Okay. And I am not, for you fellas out there, because I'm referencing a guy who wrote in about the masculine aspect. I am not saying at all that all men are cheaters. I cancel, delete the affirmation. I'm saying it as an idea. Some people have. We could have one like another one, right? All women are more emotional. Women are just more emotional. Women are crazy. Okay. There's so many, you guys, collective consciousness, ideas and beliefs that are based upon thoughts of gender, and it could be them or theirs, whoever. Okay. But yeah, all men are not cheaters. That is not true. And okay, there's no all for anything. It's an example. All right. But let's say that you keep thinking that and your SP does something and then does something. Let's say that there has been infidelity. How do you get past it? How do you create anew? It is through the thoughts that you're deciding and the decision and the conclusion that you are sending out to your reality that you are creating now. The more that you talk to your girlfriends, talk to your mom, talk to your family about all the things that bother you and about all the things that happen, it is creating more of the same. Now, are you walking around having an inner conversation, an inner argument with yourself or with them about this whole thing? You got to stop that too, because that too is deciding reality. The thoughts you're thinking, the inner paragraphs, the inner story, all of it is what projects and creates who they are, who you are, what the hell is going on. Okay. So now how do we change it? It's deciding differently, right? Now, like I said, the biggest portion to you is deciding who you are. Let's say there's been betrayal, right? In your past with people, you got to say, hey, for me, it's different. This is the affirmation. This is the decision. For me, it's different. It's different for me. And even saying it's different for me now. He is different now. He is dedicated to me. He's into monogamy. He loves me and all the things. We're doing it all together. He proves to me he's trustworthy. He is a trustworthy person because I decide for me it's different. You got to decide this, persist in it, perpetuate in it, like you're thinking the same things, deciding the same things, no matter what is happening in your 3D reality. Chances are you've always based your decision upon what's going on out there, not about what you really want anyway. So you guys, it doesn't matter what's happening out there. Okay. I want to say too, if you are on the route to doing this, right? Let's say you're recreating an SP and let's say like it has nothing to do with betrayal and infidelity. Let's just say we didn't get along or he never wanted commitment. Okay. Or it just all went to crapola and we broke up. All right. And you're manifesting the guy or the gal back. Okay. So the thing is this, if you've been doing this for a while, I want you to really challenge yourself to change your perceptions and ideas about it coming together. I cannot tell you guys how many people I've spoken to in the past 2 weeks where they're telling me an update, right? Every client tells me, all right, Alexis, here's what's happened. Okay. Oh, and then there's the other thing people say, nothing's happened. Okay. There's always something happening. I will always find something happening because there's always something happening. If you are manifesting your reality, if you are choosing consciously to create, things are happening, you guys. You just might not see it. And you also might be misperceiving what things are happening in your favor. That's happened a lot recently too, where I'm hearing someone tell me something. And if you see me in my video, you know, I'm not a Pollyannish. I'm not positive Polly, but I have learned through the power of repetition that we need to perceive things in our favor to create more things in our favor, because your perception and your idea and your thought attached to a circumstance and what the heck is going on really matters. There have been a handful of people that I've spoken to who have such a, a limited perception or a limited perspective on an event where I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, like this is it coming together. If you've been manifesting for your SP for a while, that could be happening to you because it's the most familiar place is for you to not see your successes. Okay. There probably are successes. Try to look for them, see them, and perceive and think differently. Oh no, this is it coming together. So he said that's okay because I'm thinking this and this means it's happening. Okay. Or if you're trying to manifest for a promotion at work, right? Let's say you are affirming for a career advancement, and then all of the sudden, a ton of work piles on you. You're not getting a promotion, et cetera, et cetera. You got to see too, this is movement. Things are reorganizing, reordering in my space. So this means it's happening for me. Okay, you guys, because oftentimes, thoughts are things, thoughts create. Thoughts are things, thoughts create. Your mental diet reigns supreme, way more important than anything else you can be doing. Okay, now that's not to say that all the other things are important, because all the other things help you keep your mental diet in check. Right? Taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, doing all of your practices for you that ensure you can focus and keep your determined, decisionary thoughts about you. Okay. So in any event, you might be getting thrown a bunch of work and a bunch of stuff, and you're like, oh my God, this is so not happening. Like, I am not the creator of my reality at all. This is a complete turnaround. It's going south, right? The plane has taken a nosedive and I'm over here making less money, have more work, etc. And I want to say no, because when you think your thoughts on purpose of, let's say, I love my job loves me, I have the best job ever. It's not a joke, you guys. Your reality will rearrange and reorganize itself to put you into the reality and the quantum jump of, guess what, Alexis? I love my job. I love it now. It's so amazing. Okay. Everything has to reorder, and you got to persist through difficulty. Okay. You have to persist and keep on deciding. Decide who you are, decide who they are, decide what it is, and stay there. What you don't want to do is this. The biggest mistake is this. Oh yeah, like, I'm so great. I'm so wanted. I'm so chosen. I'm so cherished. He wants me. He loves me. He's all into me. He calls me all the time. Okay. An hour goes by and you're like this. Guess what? Guess what, Alexis? He didn't call. Guess what? There's no text. Okay. Those thoughts contradict the original thoughts, and we need to stay on the original thoughts. Do whatever you can do, you guys, to ensure your success. Put boundaries with yourself, with your phone. I don't approve of anybody Insta stalking, Snap stalking. Can you TikTok stalk? Anyways, looking at what someone is doing, because it will inevitably get you off track. Okay. And if you're someone that's prone to doing that, who are you deciding you are? Is my biggest question for you. You're deciding that you need something, you're looking up something, and you're really deciding and putting out there and deciding that the person has a secret, isn't telling you everything, and you got to be a looky-loo and see what the heck are they up to, because they're obviously not here with me and not into me. What's the opposite of that? It's deciding like, hey, I'm super busy. I have so much going on because I love my life. My life is amazing. I have all the time in the world to look things up on social media that benefit me. I have great boundaries with my phone, and guess what? He's totally into me. You have to decide that your person wants you, is in love with you, needs you, likes you, has to have you. If you're not doing that and you're doing a bunch of affirmations for communication and we're talking all the time, he's constantly calling me, he blows up my phone. Guess what? He might blow up your phone and talk about something you don't like, or blow up your phone to tell you something else, right? You got to get to the core concept and decide, who am I, right? Who am I? And not this, not like, oh, I'm the one that he wants. No, it's who am I? I am wanted. And like, meaning I want to be me. I love being me. Oh my God. So you guys, do you guys know that I steal my son's toys that we get? Like, we get toys from everybody, neighbors, my in-laws, my family. My son has so many toys. So I oftentimes take the ones that remind me of my childhood to have in my office and to use in videos. Look at this guy. Did anyone have this when they were a kid? It is just sitting here and I have to say something about it. Okay. Now look at this though. Look at this. At some point in the history of me being a mom, which is very recent, okay, he's going to be 3 soon. I decided that we got a lot of free stuff. Okay. I just thought it'd be kind of fun. It isn't because of a need or a necessity or anything. And you guys, it keeps on coming. I kid you not. I walked into the house yesterday because my office is in the back of our property. This was sitting there. And I thought, are you kidding? It's a free thing. It's from a neighbor. And it's like one of my favorite childhood toys. But do you see how I decided that? And it keeps on happening. And for me to actually unmanifest that, it would have to take a fair amount of thoughts, because these toys and all the things and all the gifts and all the clothes and all the stuff that we get, it's been happening for a while. Okay. So you have to start deciding that what you want is happening. Now, if you're not getting a lot of movement with your SP, if you're not getting a lot of movement with things, I encourage you to decide things that are less weighted, less heavy, that you have less resistance to, and that would be super fun and something that you would like to have. Okay. Like I remember way back when I first started doing this, I would create lists of things that I wanted. Oh my gosh, I guess I'm still doing it. Okay. But I would create lists of things that I wanted that I would get VIP treatment for, or that I would get for free, to encourage my mind to understand that I am ground zero and I am the creator of my reality, and that I get to enjoy receiving things, getting things, having the things that I actually want. Way back when in the manifestation, the communities and videos that I would see, I would always see, make a list of getting a free cup of coffee. Okay. Well, last time I checked, I don't need a free cup of coffee. I make coffee for myself every day. So I don't need that. But you guys, like, get excited about this. Decide some things are happening. Decide a list is happening of stuff that you want to give yourself your power back, and to take control of what you're thinking, and to really once and for all become the creator of your reality. If you are learning you're the creator of your reality, this is so important to do, because if you are thinking, oh, they're so this and they're so this, and this is always happening, this is what's going on, all of this and all of that, okay, you're not being the creator, and you're not embodying the energy of the creator of all that is, and having the ability, the source given God energy of you, to create and manifest a wonderful, beautiful life. Okay. So you got to do this. The biggest thing is deciding, like I said, who are you? Who the heck are you? And then from there, deciding who they are. And you keep on deciding who they are and deciding who the two of you are, no matter what the heck is happening. Okay. So now this brings me to the subscriber that wrote in the question. Hey, Alexis, you have a lot of videos. I mean, it was something like this. I don't have the actual quote. I'm going to intend that I remember to go back to the previous video, write a comment to this person and say, hey, I answered your video. Okay. But it was alluding to a question, because I have a lot of videos about being pursued, being what we could characterize more as the feminine energy person in the relationship, the one that's receiving, the one that's being pursued, the one that's getting it, the one that's making it happen, or the one that's receiving someone making it happen for them. Okay. And that is geared towards the person in the relationship that is initially receiving more or getting more. Now, if you want to be the opposite, okay, and you have worked on yourself, and you have worked on self-confidence, self-esteem, and deciding that you're enough, deciding you know who you are, deciding you're confident, like I am confident, I'm so great, I am so loved by women, women love me, I love women, I am great at dating, I am a catch, I am the best guy for a relationship, I'm a great boyfriend, I'm a great future husband, I'm doing this, okay? If that's you, and you're like, okay, so now I want to go out and get it, right? Alexis, what do I affirm, and what do I do when I'm ready to go? My answer is this. You want to decide that you're being well received, and that whatever you're going out and getting is happening easily for you, and that you have confidence in going out and making it happen. Okay. And frankly speaking, there's usually, it's like, you got to kind of decide who you are in love and relationships. This is the thing. When you're in relationships perpetually, like, you've been married for 5 years, married for 10 years, it's a little bit of a different story. There's a different way of manifesting that consistent, connected relationship, etc. But this is for the initial phase. Okay. This is my advice, and the way to affirm for it is you want to decide who you are in the initial phase. Initially, are you the one that pursues, or are you the one being pursued? Are you reciprocating, and are you reciprocative, and the other person is pursuing you? Okay. Most people in today's day and age, if they want to be pursued, they're in anxiety about a lot of the relationship, and then they're going out and getting it and making it happen, even though they don't want to be. Now, this is not for you, though, the person that wrote about this. If this is you and you want to have just confidence in going out and making it happen, it is having the idea and training your mind to think, I am great at approaching her, at them, right? I am great at asking people out on dates. I am so confident and everyone says yes to me. Everyone says yes to me. I always have dates whenever I ask. I'm confident within myself. Everything about me is perfect. Everything about me is desirable. I'm such a catch. I'm so sexy. I'm so handsome. Look at me. I'm making this happen. Now, the thing is this. If this is you and you begin thinking this, I want you to listen to your mind that says like, oh, but you're not this, right? Like you should be. Most people have something within that they think that they should be, or they think that they shouldn't be. Anybody watch Love is Blind? I love that show. I just finished as much as we can see in the current season, and actually the after party show will air before this video comes out. So spoiler alert, I'm not going to give any names, but there is one guy in the show. He goes on the show because he has an insecurity with his physical height. Okay. So he's on the show because he feels like he goes out on dates and he is often not chosen because of his insecurity, because of his height. Now, I love it that he went on the show. It actually is such a cute relationship and he's such a doll. He's so darling. I think he's, just my opinion. Everyone's got their Love is Blind opinion, right? But that's my opinion. I like him a lot. I think he's super sweet and really happy for him. Okay. Now, what can we do about that though? If that's you and you're not able to go on Love is Blind, right? And meet someone blindly and you have a physical insecurity, my answer is to decide differently about the insecurity and move through it. Not get past it, but really, 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 truly embracing who you are. I remember, and like there's been lots of people that I've known who I think back now, like, oh, they were that, but they didn't think that about themselves because they were super confident, right? And the end of the day, you need to create and decide confidence within yourself about all your physical attributes as you go out and get it and make it happen. Because going out and getting it and putting yourself out there, right? Being the one to ask people on dates, it takes a lot of courage and bravery at first. But this is the thing, everyone. If this is you, you're going to get used to it. It's going to feel familiar. Before you know it, you're going to be the one who's like buying apples and talking to a chick, right? Standing in line at Starbucks saying like, hey, how are you? Like, oh my God, were you just at the gym? That's my speak as Alexis, right? As like semi-valley girl, but whatever you would say, like, hey, yo, I like your shoes. You know what I mean? You got to get used to it though. And you got to get practice. That's the other thing is I get asked a lot of questions about like, what's the mindset for this? What's the mental diet for this? And that is always helpful. Like I've said over and over again in this video, also, you guys, things take practice, right? If you want to be in a relationship, I'm always saying, go out, go on dates, meet people, get used to it. Be around the person that you want to be around. You got to like get that going, get a familiarity. You don't want to be sitting in your house under a blanket, watching a movie, doing affirmations. Like, where is the person? No, be you. Go out there and be the person you want to be and get practice. Okay. So I love this. If you're the masculine guy, if you're that person that's like, hey, I've got my confidence, Alexis. What do? I want you to affirm for confidence around people. I want you to practice. Right. And I want you to stay and persist with it. Like that guy on the show is a great example. I mean, he manifested being picked on a show in America, right? And then falling in love, and like the height is not an issue. It's the cutest thing. Okay. So anyways, if this is, everyone's got their physical insecurities. There's always someone, richer, thinner, prettier, etc. on the planet that we can perceive, right? But you got to perceive you're the best. You've got to perceive that you're the best and you're amazing as you, and not be like, well, if I was this, it would be this. And if I had this, then they would say yes. And yada, yada, yada. No. Okay. You got to decide that you are the one who is the best, that you are the one who looks this, and you are the one that has it all, and that you are a catch. Okay. And that they would be lucky to say yes to you. Wow, you guys. All right. So that was a mouthful. I think I have been breathing while I've been talking. But I was really excited to make this video because we got to get more decisionary focused, deciding who you are, deciding what's going on, and keep on deciding. And watch the mind when it takes you out of decision mode. When you're out of decision mode, you're out of creator mode, and things are just happening. You're thinking thoughts about what's going on, yada, yada, yada. No more of that. Okay. Now this takes practice. So I say no more of that. And I want you to think no more of that. And it takes consistent training of self to get used to this. This is the complete flip of all the things you've heard. Okay. What most of us have heard most of our lives is what's the one, right? Assume, right? It makes an ass out of you and me. Okay. And we want to say, right, assumptions, that's like an old saying. Now, how could we perceive it differently instead of like, oh, we shouldn't assume anything? It's like, oh no, assumptions, whatever you assume creates it. So whatever I believe creates it. So I'm going to assume and I'm going to think great things. Something else we've heard is people don't change, right? Everyone stays the same. Or when I get older, I get, stuck in my ways. Not true. Okay. You want to think people change all the time. People are always evolving and always growing and always having things happening. And I'm creating that for me and I'm creating that for him and for us. And this is what's going on. Bottom line, end of story. All right. So remember this week, like I always say, to celebrate yourself, decide who you are each and every day. Decide to be the creator of your reality. Decide that you're in control of your thoughts and in control of your mind. Decide that you are affirming and deciding what is going on and that you have the power and the ability to. When in doubt, if you don't believe in yourself and doing this, you got to make some other experiments that are outside of your SP. Make a list. Focus on a thought for a day and see if it manifests. Something that's important to you, not like a pink car for the heck of it, or like a cup of coffee when you can make your own cup of coffee. Like something, start creating and manifesting things that really matter to you. And you guys, if you've said the pink car thing to me, it's okay. I have just heard so many people say pink car. Where did the manifestation of a pink car come from? Did I ever say that in a video? There is a pink car that I've seen around our neighborhood a lot. I don't know. Can anyone tell me, where did everyone start telling me that they were manifesting a pink car? I have heard it so often in the past month. It's crazy. Now, I heard it once. Apparently, I heard it a bunch of times. But does anybody know where that came from? Because I want everyone to be creating a manifestation power from stuff that really matters to you. Now, if it really matters to you to see a pink car, then Godspeed. Okay, go for it. All right. I love you guys so much. Decide who you are. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.